gonna use the old, trusty old 7cm flicker minnows. Like I said before, I caught everything from bluegills to king salmon on these things, and everything in between. Alright, let's just start trolling here. I mean, I already know these fish are hanging around between 20 and 30 feet. Sweet spots like 25. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on. Yeah, I don't want to go into the sun, so I'll go this way. Here we go. The bad, oh no, it's not working too bad. The bad part about this John boat with the flat bottom is there's no keel to keep the boat from, you know, spinning around all the time. But I mean, this boat was designed so me and my brother could go to the Kankakee and Fox rivers and you know, go fishing for walleye and smallmouth and stuff, and we can get in shallow water. Where's my other, oh, did I swap it out? I swapped it out for a Carolina rig rod. So I'll just use this plastic worm rod for trolling, whatever. I think I'm done with plastic worms for today. Just throw this down here. I need a snap. In here, I got a bunch of snaps. Right there, cross lock snap. You know, it's hard to keep this boat going in one line because there's no keel. So it's kind of like a knuckleball. You know, it just starts going around wherever it wants to go. Ooh, I got a fish. Or I had a bite. I had a bite or a fish. I got a fish. Turn this off. That was at 1.3 miles an hour and 29 feet. It's probably another crappie. There's pretty nice crappies in this little lake here. There we go. He's kind of small though. I've caught bigger ones. And you got that hook down pretty far, so I need my pliers. Any fish that if I damage them or whatever, I don't normally keep a lot of fish, but you know, if I don't think they're going to survive, I'll eat them. I like to make them for lunch. Guys like this size, I won't even fillet them. I'll just gut them and scale them, cut their heads off, and put some seasoned flour on them and fry them up in a pan. Alright, so we'll just stick with this. I don't care. I was here yesterday and I caught 2 crappies and a bluegill. A bluegill on a number 7 flicker minnow. It was a big bluegill, but I never thought that would ever happen. Okay, so like I said, oh, and this is the one. This is the one. If you look at this one, you see I put a little lead slug in there. I took a leather punch and I bought some lead so I can make some leads for my marker buoys. In fact, this is one I made, and you know, it's like an 1/8 of an inch thick or whatever. and I punch these. I think they were like, I think that's like 5/32 or something like that. That was the biggest one I had because I initially bought them for making notches and other holes in my belt when I lost weight. But anyways, so I punched out that lead slug. Then I I measured it with my calipers. I found a drill bit, which was 5/32, and I used one of those DeWalt ones with the pointy tip so I could make sure I could get it right centered. And I drilled out the hole, cleaned it up, and then I just stuck that lead slug in there, and it was slightly wider than the lip, and then I peened it with a ball peen hammer. And in that particular case, with that particular lure, I didn't even have to put usually if it's a little bit sloppy, I put a drop of super glue in there. And I think it makes it run deeper. How much deeper, I don't know, but you know, I'm fishing 29 feet of water with a crankbait that, you know, goes probably 10 feet max. 10, 12 feet max probably. All right, let's just keep fishing. So there are a lot of crappies out here suspended all over the place. This is a really clear spring-fed little lake. And that was 1.3 miles an hour. I was going pretty slow, trying to get this other rod set up. And the bass I've caught in this lake were all, you know, 14 inchers. You know, 12 to 15 inches, you know, something like that. So that one's a weighted one, this one's a not weighted one. That weighted one was an experiment. Okay, we got one more here. Get them back kind of far so they can go. I mean, these fish are suspended all up and down the water column, as you can see. You know, they're down 10, down 12, down at the bottom. And that's why I bought this Carolina rig. I want to find out what these fish are hugging the bottom are. Because, I mean, look at, they're like, you know, all milling around everywhere. It's like a fish tank. They're like everywhere. Alright, I'm going to get back to fishing here. Try to stay in this. I got him at 29 feet. So, like I said, you know, if I stick around 25, right now I'm at 22. I started trolling a lot after, you know, I was an electrician for 47 years and I have really bad tendonitis in my right arm, medial and lateral, and it's just, you know, casting it got, you know, especially I use spinner baits a lot. Ooh, got a fish. And, you know, I just started trolling because I couldn't cast a lot. I couldn't, you know, I tried to switch to right hand retrieve. This just feels like another crappie. Feels like I'm reeling in a wet dish rag. Oh, I got him on the colored one too, but he's small. What do you know? I got him on the bright one. Ooh, this one's kind of by his eye, but it's not in his eye. It was just, so he's gonna go back. Upside down. Look at it. They get calm when they're upside down. Ah, cool. I caught him on the clearance flicker shad. On the shad type too. So it's not exclusively natural colored minnow looking things. So we'll have to experiment a little more. Well, it's only what? 7:47. Can you believe it's October in Wisconsin? It was like 85 degrees yesterday. Okay, I could try this bigger one. You get down deeper, but then I don't, the crappie's going to go after a 9 centimeter. But maybe something else will, right? And I caught him in like 19 feet, going 1.75. So let's bump it up. There, got one. Ooh, as soon as I bumped it up, I got one. Oh, he's a little bigger. Yeah, this guy's a little bigger. Shake the hook, buddy boy. Still a crappie, I think. Oh, he did. Why did I jinx myself? You goofball. It was a crappie. He was a probably like a 12-incher. He would have been good to take home for lunch. Okay. What was that? It wasn't the dinner bell. Or maybe it was. Maybe it was the lunch bell. Or I probably got some grass on there. Was it? No. Where am I going? Going out to sea. No, we're good. Ooh, got a fish. Got a fish. Oh, I missed him. No, I got him. Stop the motor. Look at it, skiing a crappie. Whee! God, these are little guys today. Caught bigger ones yesterday. Oh, don't stick me, buddy. Well, you're doing a vibration. The girls that like you. Little guy. Like I said, if they're not injured, I'm not going to really keep them if they're that small. I was going to keep that big bluegill and crappie yesterday, but then I thought I didn't really feel like making fish for lunch, so I just let them go. So again, that was on the modified flicker minnow. And this one is not just a white, it's got a gray back, and it's got the iridescent kind of finish to it. Tell you what, I like these baits. I mean, they catch fish and they're not terribly expensive, especially if you can get them on clearance. And losing a $3 bait you don't have as much grief as if you lose like a $10 bait. Oh, now I'm at 30 feet. And if I took this flicker minnow and went around and fan cast it everywhere, my arm would be shot by the end of the day. Not even by the end of the day, after a couple hours. See, I have my my tendonitis brace thing here. For tennis elbow kind of thing. And it works, but I don't really need to use it when I'm trolling. He's a nice fish. I think it's still another crappie, you know. He's a bigger one. Oh, I caught him on the big one, on the 9. Boy, these guys aren't shy at trying to choke down a giant minnow. So, good. Hey, look, he got all 3 treble hooks in his mouth. I might keep him. He's a pretty decent size. There you go. I'll throw him in my cooler here. My live well, bait well / cooler. So the minnow shape, even though I used it a lot more than the shad shape, that's been working. I got him in like 22 feet going like 1.4 miles an hour. Okay, let's get this guy back out there. That was on the 9. This is that DT8. I got it. I've been switching off lures, and I put that. I got a Rapala DT8 bluegill color. But you know what? Yeah, I'll just stick with it for a little while longer. You know, I'm thinking maybe the bass will hit the fat crankbait better than the other, the skinny ones. But hell, I caught one on a 9. So I think I'm gonna put these 5s away. I was gonna try some 5s, but I think I'll just put the 5s back, and I'll go with a. Oh my God, this is like an 11. I got an 11. I got a Rebel with a yellow bill. That could be a possibility. Well, trolling for crappies, huh? How many is that? Like 3 or 4 already? See, I'm still getting a little bit of a tilt to the arch, but that's fine. As long as I can see where there's fish and where there's no fish, that's all that really matters. 28 feet of water. What the heck is it? I doubt I'm getting this lure out. Holy shit, it is like rock solid snag. So let's do fluorocarbon knot here that we're going to test out right now. And where did it break? Look at that. See this surgeon knot? That did not break. This has been on there forever. And I had a Palomar knot on the, this is, I forgot how many pound test braid this is. I think it's probably 15. And this is a 12-pound fluorocarbon leader. And that surgeon knot, simple, just surgeon knot, 5 wraps, pull it tight. It broke the Palomar knot on the 12-pound, on the snap, cross-lock snap. Oh, that's my other line. Holy shit. Let me get this in. Oh my, I hope I'm not wrapped around the fucking motor. Oh, shit. I am. Shit. Pay attention to the other line, dude. Here, let me turn and swap all you. I got a fish on the 7 centimeter. Look at, I'm water skiing another crappie in on the 7. Get him, throw him back. So the 7 centimeter and 9 centimeter flicker baits are catching fish. But I want to try that spoon. I just want to try it. Got another one. Another crappie and then flicker minnow. Oh, he's a nice one. Maybe I will keep 2. This is a pretty big one. I'm going to measure him. Let's see how big he is. My fiberglass stick ruler. Oh my god. Okay. I better not be getting all tangled in this thing. Yeah, this is a 10-incher. 10-inch crappie. Nice crappie. Now I get the wind blowing me around. 9 o'clock, all of a sudden it's getting all windy. Oh good, I'm not tangled around the prop. Sewed up 7 centimeter flicker minnows, again, are like the best lure in the world. They catch anything. I hate to admit it, but I got 40,000 lures. I mean, besides Strike King spinnerbaits, of course. But that's strictly for bass and pike and walleye. Even walleyes I caught on Strike King spinnerbaits. Alright, let's get turned around here. So now I'm back to 2 7 centimeter flicker minnows. I lost that one that I modified in a snag. And we're still at the magic 24-foot depth. Alright, I'm way back there now. Fish. Wow, now that the wind picked up, look at this. This might not be a crappie. Oh, that's a crappie, I can see it. Yeah, and it's a bigger one. So this lake's got a ton of crappies in it. And I snagged him, so legal that I cannot keep him. Even though I snagged him in the brain. Bye bye, buddy. Hope you live. Alright, where am I? So look at that, this wind started picking up. The sun's getting higher. And I can't even send my wife an insurance card because I keep catching fish. So, is that a bad thing?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, honey. Listen, I tried to send you the insurance cards about 6 times, but every time I tried, I caught another fish. So, but check your Yahoo email because you should have it. Okay, see you later. Bye. Am I sick of catching crappies trolling? Not quite yet. I'm just seeing if I get a different species, but seems like this lake's got a lot of nice, you know, decent sized crappies. 10-inch. Those are big enough to fillet, actually. You know, you get a decent sized fillet off of those. I'm out here in a 32-foot, 33-foot range, seeing if I get anything different out here. I am almost out of coffee. I got one sip left, probably. Shit. Now that I got a decent fish on here. There we go. I got a pretty decent fish on this one. I switched to, oh, it's still a crappie. But, oh, you gotta be shitting me. It's a freaking bluegill. Look at this thing. And it's in its mouth. This bluegill hit this big rebel freaking suspending jerk bait, minnow bait. Oh God, these hooks are in a dangerous spot here. Boy, I took a chunk of flesh out of him, so I guess I'll keep him too. You gotta be kidding me. Look at this. Look at the freaking size of that bait he hit. Oh Christ. I forgot about my other line again. And because I hooked him in the side too, it's like he seemed like he was bigger. I was pulling him sideways. Let me turn on this light well. Get some aeration in there. Let me pull this thing in before it gets all snagged up. I go, you know what? I got half an hour to go. Well, I had 45 minutes to go, and I put on these. Look up trolling now. These 11s, colorful 11s. This one's like a blue iridescent. That one is that rebel. All right, let's go back this way. I'm just gonna go back the same way. One down, one out, one to go. There we go. Now we're heading in the right direction. Shit. You know, you'd think these fish, oh, they can only use small baits because they can't. That bluegill, no way. He could eat. He could have swallowed that. It's just a reaction. They can't help it. They just want to, you know. Oh, here we go. Look at it. A ton of fish here. See? Look at this. They can't all be crappie. Man, look at this. There, look at this. See, I set up a rod. I took my jig rod, 7'6" jigging rod, and I set it up with a weight and hook for a Carolina rig. But I'm not gonna have time today to do it, so I'll have to come out here once or twice again. I think the deepest spot is 33 feet in this lake. I'll turn off that live well pump. So I'm gonna have me some fish for lunch. I think I might make a video. I'm trolling for crappies. Alright, let me check the action on these lures. Well, I'm going to be going into the sun no matter what shore I go on. So, whatever. I'll just take one more. Okay, it's 9:42. One more troll and pass around clockwise. And that's it. I'm going home. Get my battery crap out. I think my battery's dying. Watch, I'll get some big ass fish now that my battery dies.